Hello? Hello? My suit is late. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? Good, good. Don't judge my outfit. My clothes are late. So this is the outfit of the day. My name is Dylan Espiri. Um, I'm the curator of the festival, so we're gonna start now, basically. So yeah, looking forward to it. There's space inside if you want. There's like a table and stuff. What you find outside? Can you hear us outside properly? Okay, cool. Can everybody see okay? Cool. Okay. I'm never sat for the first time in my life. So cool. I guess welcome to Tsimologong, Tsimologong Precinct. I won't speak too much about it. Leslie will speak much about it. I'm the new kid in the block here. I've only been here like 5 months, 6 months. Yeah, curating the festival. How hard is that? Oh wait, I'm showing, okay, it's fine, it's the right one. Yeah, get into it. Cool, so, just give me a second. I think the nerves are getting to me now. Wrong presentation. Okay. I was about to pitch you guys to give me money. Cool. I don't know why this happens on the screen, but anyway, just try to bear with me. So, welcome to Fak'ugesi. So, what is Fak'ugesi? How many of you know what this festival is about? How many is this first time being here? Okay, a few people, that's good. That's an achievement. And then how many people know what Fak'ugesi is? How many people have been to the other ones that have happened over the last 8 years? Okay, that's a good demographic balance. So for those that don't know, it's an innovation festival focusing on creativity and technology and that intersection. It's created by Wits and Simulahong. We have some Brett from Wits. We have Leslie from Simulahong. Then also Tegan, who straddles between both sides, but now is more on the Wits side. Cool. So they will speak more about those institutional stuff. If you know me and institutions and the right words are not for me. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Can you hear? So the festival focuses on, what is it, echo? Is it fine? So the festival focuses on gaming, immersive media, digital art, animation, digital music, and maker culture. That's the focal point of the festival and stuff. And this year, I was super ambitious to try and get all of them happening within 10 days. Super ambitious around that. So we'll talk a little bit more about that, some of the things, programs that's happening, some of the things that we're going to be showing over the next 10 days, basically. So cool, festival is 10 days. Sorry. I removed the audio on my computer. The festival is 10 days from today to the 21st of October. Pretty much every day something is happening, mostly online because of Corona. We had initially thought about, okay, we should keep it 99% online, but when then the levels were going down, we thought, okay, let's try and have an opening at least and some activities physically. And I'll talk about the program a bit later on. So how the vision of the festival is to be the premier digital festival across Africa, basically, to support growth and development across all the 6 areas I spoke about, and then to showcase and support the creators that are participating in this space, right? And then the values, inclusivity, transformation, Africa focus, insight, and collaboration. And then to now, like this moment right now. So I had a task to curate this festival, and I didn't know, I've curated stuff before, but there was never really a need for a theme because the theme was already predetermined by the activity itself. So this year I had to really try and come up with something amazing around what is required now, what does society look like right now, and where do we need to go as African creators in the world in terms of the creative industry and technology. So Modupe, who's here, and I set over a lot of WhatsApps, to try and figure out where to go and what to do. Took a few notes from Tigan's posters, and looked at the language around that and try and bring it to life. And then we came up with the idea of build because you have to. So the idea of build because you have to is, what does that all mean? As creatives, I think we create from soul, 99% of the time, and then we don't necessarily realize our participation in society and stuff. So the theme is framed around build because you have to, because it's the most important thing you could ever do right now. It could be a fun project, it could be an amazing project, but because you have to. That's the basic meaning behind the theme. Nothing more like high grade than that. If you know me, I'm a very basic English person. I try and keep it very simple. And then the idea also, because a lot of creators never know how to participate in activities. So we wanted to figure out a way to kind of invite them into the festival. And then the theme really focused on that. So build because you have to. Even if you are new in the game, you can pretty much be like, okay, because I have to. Okay, let me build something and try and submit it to the festival and see what happens. So that was the answer, that was the idea of the theme. And then cool, and then we ran a poster competition, and Tapiolo, I think he's still at work, was supposed to be here. I wanted you guys to clap for him, because he's a shy guy, but he's not here. So maybe clap for him now. So Tapiolo really did an amazing job of trying to capture the idea of build because you have to, and the thinking around it, and the framing around it. And then he based it on Johannesburg and smart cities and the future, like fast-moving, like taxis, connectivity, the Apple computer, which is always there, and just how everybody's connected by all the things that we do and stuff. And then we translated that poster into, what is it now? Into this poster, basically, that you see on your tables, basically. That's the poster that we translated into it. Now, working with Q, who's a designer also. I'm pretty happy with the poster. I think it's probably the only good thing that came out of the festival, if I have to tick boxes. At least I have a win there, So that's the poster. So, cool. Now I must do the formal stuff. I would like to acknowledge all the sponsors and partners of the festival, because without them, this would not be possible, and that's very true. The creative industries really does require a lot of investment, partnerships, collaborations, and just the sharing of resources and knowledge, particularly in Africa. And I think my job is always to try and equalize that, the creatives and the partners on equal footing at all costs as much as possible. So the partners, Simula Hong, were the key partners for the festival, and WITS, key partners of the festival, ARA, part of WITS, School of Arts, AFD, IFAS, GIZ, Telcom, GFC, NAC, FPB, Digital Lab Africa, Platforma, Gute, Idates, Artbox Digital, El Fuego, I'm trying to remember all of them. Bogota, City of Bogota, basically, Griot, Trias Culture, Umbrellium, and then Nickelodeon, British Council, Youth and Innovation, Akowa, and Better Shed. So all of those people were really integral into making this festival possible, right? Worked with Joy to try and get these partners on board in time so we can get this festival happening. So without them, none of this would be possible. And I think that's important. Can we have him a clap of hands? Cool. So just a brief highlight of what's happened in the past. Some really good collage images of what's happened over the last 7 years. And it's our 8th year, so we hopefully can carry on that legacy and carry on that on that journey, basically, that we've created in the festival. So thank you so much for coming through, and I think I forgot, the Wi-Fi password is there. The Wi-Fi password is Digital Innovation, Simulhong General, Digital Innovation, use it, it's like fast Wi-Fi. The bathrooms are right here, so if you go out, and you're right there, that's the bathrooms and stuff. I think that's all protocols. We have drinks and everything, but then also we're live streaming for those that are not here. Thank you to everyone tuning in on live streaming. Hope everybody's well with that side on live streaming. I think about a couple of people there. And then we're gonna hand over to my boss, Leslie, We'll speak a little bit about Simulahong and its, is it? Yeah, okay. And its role in this festival. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Dillian. It's with great excitement that I welcome you all to Simulahong this evening. And you may need to forgive me if I sound like Schmigel or Gollum of Lord of the Rings that feels like my precious. Because I haven't seen people in physical form at Simulahong for the longest time. So when I think about the sector, when I think about seeing you guys in person, it does feel like that super precious moment. Last year when I did the welcome, it was myself and Tegan sitting in a boardroom in the Accelerator building, imagining all of these people behind the screens. So it's fantastic that you've come out and you spend time with us, those of you who could make it in personal form, but also to acknowledge all these incredible people who are behind their laptops on screen. I think, the past 19 months of COVID has really stretched us. It's stretched our ability to think, our ability to collaborate well, to overcome digital fatigue that we're all still sitting with, and to develop innovative solutions on how we advance African digital creativity. So for me, this year's theme, #BuildCauseYouHaveTo, truly and strongly resonates with me because we've had to build with no pioneers before us who've dealt with the pandemic. I spent a considerable amount of time at international conferences and summits, and I'm always blown away by African creativity that's on display. However, it is also clear to me the extent of how the advancement of African creatives, innovators, and entrepreneurs are not truly known around the world. So, my wish is that us, the Fak'ugesi community, all of us sitting here, all of us online, the alumni that Tegan will be speaking about later, that we actually come together in a very intentional way and beat with one heart. That we become very intentional about how we connect the dots for each other, how we collaborate well, about how we become opportunity creators for each other, but also say quite loudly to the world, this is who we are, and position ourselves on the world stage. For me, sharing the diversity of African aesthetics and narratives is what's really unique to us, and I think we should be more proud about that and more bold about that. The pandemic has taught us that we need new ways of engaging with audiences in a dynamic, engaging way when we can't meet face to face. And for me, the festival provides the platform to learn from digital creatives pioneering new formats on how the interaction of technology and creativity can support us to connect with each other in more of a human way. So Dillian has named them, but I want to also speak also about some of the visionary partners who have been journeying with us to make Fak'ugesi possible. And what is interesting is that many of them actually pulled closer as a community during the pandemic. And the reason why I'm also naming is because these partners see that we need to continue breathing new life in the creative and cultural industries. I think we were often on the verge of collapse, often in these spaces where institutional partners may not always value the industry as much as we need to. So to name them again, the Gauteng Film Commission, National Arts Council, Film and Publication Board, GIZ, Telkom has come on board as a new corporate sponsor, and again, I think corporates are seeing that these are the innovative spaces that are going to help us even in digital transformation and 4R. AFD, IFAS, Wits School of Arts, Arts Research Africa, Business Arts South Africa, and so many more content partners that you'll get to meet over the next 10 days that are making sure that we are relevant. So Dillian has spent a considerable amount of time having dialogues with creatives one-on-one to find out what do you want the festival to be. So I'm sure you're going to see throughout the programming in this next 10 days, and even so much more in years to come. The Tsimologong team, and many of them are scattered around the room, are also going to be listening quite clearly and closely to the ground, like what is that output and outcomes coming out of the sessions that you want Tsimologong to be. And we're going to be integrating that into our curriculum programming over the next year, and that will be led by Joy Mawela, who's the head of Digital Content Hub. This year, the 8th edition of Fak'ugesi Festival is also transition year for us. Many of you know Dr. Tegan Bristow, who will speak shortly, who's been the festival curator, the mother hen, and really a force behind the festival. And actually one of the key reasons that we get to sit here today. So Tegan, I just want to give you a huge shout out, as the cool kids would say, and a big thank you for your passion and your dedication you've brought to the festival over the years. So Tegan will be with us in years to come, but wearing a new hat, so there will be further engagement. And then also just to thank the teams of Wits School of Arts and Tsimologong for, again, just believing in the festival. And again, we know that there's a small core team running the festival, but we're a broader community that comes together to make it happen each year. And in closing, because I didn't turn my page, yeah, I think, guys, we do need to keep strengthening collaborative partnerships and broader our ecosystem. It's the only way we're going to strengthen as an industry. And I want to invite all of those who are infrastructure builders, those sitting in government, sitting in corporate, sitting in academia that have the tools to work with us, because this sector is important. Digital creativity is important, and it is a unique way to position our value around the world. So let's join forces, and with that, I want to wish you a productive and highly enjoyable Fak'ugesi Digital Innovation Festival 2021.
Thank you so much, Leslie. Next up is Tegan, who's going to speak about, oh, sorry. See, my brain. My brain. Next up is Brett Piper, Professor Brett Piper, who's going to speak about the vid side of things in terms of the involvement and engagement. So please, some hands.
So thanks so much, Dillian, and hello, everyone. Really wonderful to see an 8th edition of Fak'ugesi. So the festival as a form emerges in the Latin history of English, actually as two words. The one, festa, is kind of close to what we interpret as festivals today. Full programs, a kind of banquet of arts, culture, food, interaction, sociality. But there's another word also in the Latin for festival, which is feriae, which was those religious festivals where, in fact, things were defined not by what filled the space, but what was interrupted. So people stopped everyday activity and basically observed something. And I think it's quite interesting thinking about the ways in which festivals do both things. They present us with this overflowing kind of cornucopia of things to enjoy, to experience, and a kind of immersive experience. But they also interrupt, they also disrupt. And thinking about this particular time in history and the ways in which the pandemic has interrupted and disrupted arts activity and so much social life, festivals become that kind of incubating space again, in which what is interrupted becomes the space of creativity. So it's really amazing to be able to think about the ways in which Fak'ugesi has continued over 8 editions, no matter what's happened around the world and around us in 2020 and 2021. And it's indeed hugely exciting to be on the kind of real world side of a hybrid event this evening. So we, as the Wits School of Arts, have had an investment in Fak'ugesi from the first year, because we know that festivals are not only spaces of enjoyment, and that's key, but they're spaces of learning and innovation and creativity and thought and research and potentially disruption. We know that kids learn best when they're playing, And actually, that turns out to be the case for adults as well. And what it means for us as a school to have a public-facing event like Fak'ugesi for our students and our colleagues to showcase their work, their skills, and their vision for social engagement through the arts, right? So I'm really excited that my colleagues who work in the digital arts department are represented here tonight. Many of our students have over the years played roles at all kinds of levels in the festival. And again, I'd like to really recognize the contribution that my colleague, Dr. Tegan Bristow, has made in the years that she's curated the festival. 2 weeks ago, she was recognized by the South African National Science and Technology Forum for the work that Fak'ugesi has done to put the creative economy in dialogue with the rest of the scientific sphere in South Africa. And that's significant because it comes from a space of hard scientific activity, recognizing that in fact, what happens in this space is transformative. So that's really wonderful, and huge congratulations. As Leslie said, this is a year of handing the baton over from Tegan to Dillian. And I really want to congratulate Dillian on stepping up and in an incredibly short time bringing such vision and energy and an incredible network of creative practitioners from across the continent and beyond into the space. One of the things that I think is enormously enabling about the pandemic is the ways that it's collapsed geographies and really placed us at the center of whichever discussions we want to participate in from a space in Africa. And as Leslie said, flipping the narratives of where Africa is in the discourses of science, technology, development, creativity is what we're surrounded with in Fak'ugesi. So I also want to congratulate the team. I want to thank Leslie and her team at Simologong and Joy for this really wonderful partnership. We're excited by what happens at Fak'ugesi because how it feeds teaching, learning, research, the things we do in the academic space. But there's meant to be a perpetually revolving door between what we do on campus and what we do at Fak'ugesi. And the festival is that place every year that we get to celebrate that in its fullness. So huge congrats. Thanks to all of you who are makers, who are contributors, who are sponsors and funders, and anyone who contributes their ideas to this, because this is probably in the end a festival of ideas at its heart. So it's hugely exciting. Congrats, have a wonderful festival. And from the Wits School of Arts' side, and especially our Arts Research Africa office, which is the space in our school where we fund practice-based research. In other words, the ways in which there's knowing in making. We build because we have to, and we make because we have to, and that kind of imperative to create is something that our Arts Research Africa project within the School of Arts supports. My colleague Zanele Madiba from the Arts Research Africa office is here tonight, and in many ways, the support of ARA of Fak'ugesi has also been transformative. So thanks, have a wonderful festival.
Thank you so much, Dr. Brett, Professor Brett. My brain is scrambled today. Up next is Dr. Tegan Bristow, an award-winning creative and curator, to speak about the journey of the festival till now and where we are now in the programs that she's running. Thank you so much, Tegan.
Thank you, Mandla. Thanks very much. So I'm going to be very short today because today is, for me, like a very exciting moment to be handing over almost 5 years of work and growing up a festival in the Simologong precinct with Leslie and with the support of the Wits School of Arts. It's really, really exciting to see it at a point where it has a new owner and a new person who's come along. And Dillian, I know how hard it is to put a festival together, and we can understand why your brain is fried today, and congratulations for getting here. Well done. There's a lot of hard work that goes into festivals, and also in a kind of parting shot, I mean, one of the things I didn't want to do is walk away from the festival completely, but find ways for the Wits School of Arts, which has had such a which has supported me in developing the festival with Smolochong, but has also really been interested and fascinated with the digital cultural space and the industries and the sectors. Oh, another thing, Delian's bravery for bringing every single one of the subsectors that we've covered in the festival over the last few years into one festival is extraordinary. So he has animation, virtual reality, gaming, what are the others? Maker spaces. He has all of them in here. And I was like, are you sure you want to do this? You don't have to. And he was like, yes, you have to. So well, congratulations for that too. It's a lot of work. And in the sort of passing over and kind of reconnecting and going back into WITS, working with WITS more closely again, one of the things that we're going to be doing is kind of building a stronger relationship with Smolochong around training, but also research and how we can bring more development and more focus into the digital creative industries in Africa as a strong collaboration between an academic space and an industry-facing space like Smolochong. And one of the things that I was very happy to be able to do in this process of like kind of catching up and closing down, sorry, there's the WeTransfer. You guys are literally the first people to see this, which is very cool. Let me enter to slideshow, does that gonna work? So I'm very happy that today we will be showcasing a catalog of alumni that have been featured in the festival for the last 5 years. 18 people, one person in each of the sectors, and I've been so appreciative to be able to collaborate with Delian in his process to be able to bring the work of all of these people into the galleries that will take form during the festival. So watch out for it, but I just wanted to give you a view of it. It's beautiful. We've worked with some incredible people across the continent over the last few years. Makes my heart ache to see this stuff because it's also personal, and the artists that we've worked with and the relationships that we've built have been extraordinary. And one of the other things that we have, which I won't show you, which you won't be able to see in this, wait, let me just go into another view. I'm doing a very bad job of presenting, sorry. Thumbnails, is an extraordinary view of the partners that have, over the years, been able to make Fak'ugesi happen and bring all of these extraordinary artists to our festival, both from residencies to actually showcasing the whole festival, residencies, co-production programs, and we're just really delighted that we're still here and we're still getting the support from the same people, and that everybody believes in the sector that much that they're still here. Sorry, I'm not making much sense, but you get where I'm going for. And that's all I wanted to say, and thank you very much, Delian, for taking over. Cool.
Cool. Thank you so much, Dr. Tegan Bristow, for allowing me, giving me the opportunity to take over the festival, and hopefully I do you proud, because I think that's been my biggest fear, taking over from someone else, is that you have a lot to, to kind of prove and show and stuff. And for those that know me, I am, how can I say, a train wreck when it comes to projects. So I was a bit worried about, like, will I do this the right way? I've been to Fak'ugesi before, and it's always been amazing. Now, how do I make it amazing when I'm in charge? So that's a weird, weird place to be, and a scary place to be. So thank you so much, and hopefully, maybe not today, maybe a year from now on, you will say to me, no, that was a good job. That's all I ever want in life. Because I'm normally not the person that takes over anything. I'm normally the person that creates and then hands over. So now the roles are reversed, and that's a bit of a scary space to be in and stuff. So yeah, to move forward in terms of what's going to be happening on the festival, I won't go too much into it, but I'll highlight some key things basically and stuff. So what we're working on is this amazing gallery, digital gallery for the festival. This is what it looks like. We're supposed to go live today, but technical things take a bit of time, so we'll only go live with it next week. So it's an amazing gallery created by Better Shared. They're based in London and stuff, and it's online. You can experience it from your phone. You can experience it from basically from any digital device that you have, and you're able to view the work from all these creatives, about 80 creatives from across Africa, Europe, some in America, Jamaica, coming together to showcase work and answering a few questions that I had for them. So one of the exhibitions that are on digital art. So what does digital art look like right now? In terms of an African perspective, what does immersive media look like from a mobile telephony perspective? Just exploring all of that and including some of the alumni that Dr. Tigan mentioned right now that are participating in this gallery and exhibition and stuff around it and stuff. And we really wanted to go very, very different. All I can say is expect the unexpected with this gallery. Even I was like, are you sure we can show this to the world? Because it's so different from the traditional galleries that we're seeing coming out of the pandemic and stuff. I think this is the most exciting part for me personally in terms of getting this gallery going live and stuff. And I've been trying to make it a bit too perfect in terms of experience, particularly from a phone perspective. So hopefully you'll be amazed and we'll be like, wow, this is an amazing gallery. Let me check it out and stuff. So that's one highlight I wanted to make and stuff. And then cool, I'm supposed to say something funny and yeah, I forgot to remove I forgot to remove that part. I forgot to remove that part. So cool. So the most important experience you're gonna experience in the festival, which is what everybody else online right now is experiencing it, is basically we can see ourselves online right now, basically. So everyone is experiencing from here. Thank you. So hi everybody online. So cool, so everything is experienced from here. The programming, all the speakers that, if you've registered online, this is where all your, like all the registrations of all the people are and stuff. So, attendees. So all the amazing attendees and all that are online right now. So thank you so much for joining us. And then the cool thing about it is that the entire program is there. It's, I'm gonna have to mention Kanye West now. It's a very Kanye West approach to creating a festival. Editing it live as it goes, basically. So we're editing the programming live and changing things and all that kind of stuff. So please check out all the programming online, and it's amazing programming from amazing creators across the world and stuff. And I don't want to get too much into that, but it's available online on our website, Fak'ugesi, which is the flyer that all of you have. All of you online are already seeing it, so you don't need the link. But thank you so much, and yeah, that's about it. Welcome to Fak'ugesi Festival 2021. Thank you so much. Can I quit now? And then next up, I think we're gonna mingle around. Oh, I forgot, very important. I wanna thank everybody that's been stressed with me for the last 3-4 months. Firstly, from Dr. Tegan, from Professor Brett, like Leslie, my boss, for hiring me in the first place, me of all people, and a refugee from Zimbabwe, you know, based in South Africa, to my direct boss, Joy, and to everyone from Makerspace in TMG Makerspace right here in Simolokong, to TK, to TK and everybody, project manager, to Wenawedwa, I'm forgetting Sino, my assistant, who hates me right now probably, Modupe, who's helped me write everything that you see here. She wrote all the words, not me. I just posted some things and said, please make this make sense. And then Afi was helping us, Bonolo was helping us. I'm probably forgetting someone, but yeah, everybody, thank you for making this work and making this happen right now. And also Nandi from Mamagashaka for helping us curate this festival. Nyambura, who's in Kenya, who's heading up the immersive media side. I'm trying not to forget anybody so I don't get, you know, a DM in my saying you forgot me. But thank you so much for everybody, like the entire Simolokong team, for making this work and making everything possible. And to my kids, I'm sorry, I'm not there right now. Yeah, but thank you so much, and yeah, enjoy. We're gonna have a DJ session from Non-Kopiri, who's an amazing artist. Sorry? Yes, she's an alumni of the festival also, so we had to bring her back. She's not my direct sister, but my kin sister, because we share the same surname. And then please enjoy the festival. There's some food here, grab it. It's COVID friendly, and thank you so much. Please make it, please tweet about it, please talk about it, take photos of everything. And then before we go, Gabiso is here to speak about the project that you guys are seeing around the precinct. he wasn't here. He had to go change. So cool. You want to speak about it now?
Word, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody for being here. Thank you to Chimolokong. Thank you to Fak'ugesi. Thank you to Digital Lab Africa because they gave the initial sponsorship to make this happen. Thank you to New Images who hosted us in Paris. Quick poem. Remember your descendants. We are making ourselves out of thin air, watching in awe at our own becoming, molding, disappearing into existence. It is sticky and wet with the possibility of breath. You are here. A wild magic that patchworks you together, chaotic in all the ways peace has to offer. Your existence is struggle song. Your lineage becomes you, drapes across your shoulders like an old coat in your grandfather's splintered wardrobe. Your descendants are stories told to fire and a night that whispers back in the language of dying stars and muddy earth. You are the memory of deja vu, a gut feeling passed down to dreams you are forgetting, and they remember you as you do them. In the empty silence, the quiet magnitude, the unspoken spells that fill your lungs again and again and again across time. Word. Yeah, and that's the title piece, actually, of the work that we're doing here, Remember Your Descendants, which was a project where I interviewed a lot of my friends who are leaders in their field. I see some here, and we really started to dive into the work of if we are in the process of becoming ancestors, and everything we do now will lead us into that spiritual realm. Which ancestor are you? You know, and so that's the question that we were asking, and we got a couple of answers, and we really started to build this new intsomi, this new folk tale, you know, that we start to build around the digital fire, and we start to archive and to tell our stories, and we start to build because we have to. You know, and so what you'll see here is an interplay between the physical, but also how the spiritual melts into the digital, and how the poetry interweaves with the animation and the illustration. And I guess that's what Fak'ugesi is about, and that's what Build Cause You Have To is about. Is imagining new realities, is imagining these new worlds, and using this technology to bring them to life. Steve Biko talks about how the world already has its machines and its machinations, you know, and the West has already given it like those legs, and it's on Africa to give the world a more human face. And it's through these stories and through bringing these stories to life, because they're spells, right? These stories are spells that keep reality alive. And so it's really on us to decide what kind of spells we want to weave into this fabric. Thank you so much, and have a good time.
Thank you. He forgot to mention his project. So outside, okay, I'll do it for him. Outside there are these amazing banners I'm sure you saw when you were coming in, right? And inside also there's some amazing canvas prints that are there. Those are connecting digital to the physical, right? You're able to scan them with your phone. All the instructions are right next to the boards and stuff. You can experience them through your phone and stuff. So you're welcome to download the app and everything. It's all on the posters and everything and stuff. So yeah, that's the project that he's working on. And then to highlight another project similar to that, we're gonna be around Johannesburg CBD side. We're working on a project called Inimini. Similar idea. It's about 301 films that you can scan on your phone and stuff that we're going to be placing across the city. Me and my girlfriend are doing that. Okay, mostly my girlfriend is doing that. So yeah, so thank you so much. And yeah, now you can have some drinks, mingle, do the awkward thing of networking, and grab some food and stuff. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody online. Thank you. Oh, sorry, I forgot one thing. One thing. You can hear me outside. Thank you to Vow FM that is live streaming from here, right here inside. They are there, right there. Thank you so much.